I'm still over a week later dealing with this nasal congestion. It's ridiculous.
I know what that's like, man.
And it's screwing my palate up so bad that like I'm still over a week later dealing with
We are live on YouTube.
Congestion. It's ridiculous. I'm getting feedback from you.
I know what that's like, man.
And it's screwing my palate up so bad that like I'm still over a week later dealing with.
We are live on YouTube. Okay, that's
ridiculous. I'm getting feedback from you.
I know what
That's getting annoying.
It's
screwing my palate up so bad that like
hold on.
I'm still
Hold on.
over a week later.
YouTube. So I gotta get off. I just gotta go like
Feedback from you.
that. Okay, that better.
Thank you, God. Yes.
Let me check YouTube for being live. I get out of this YouTube.
Where's all the thumbs,
God,
the thumbs up bubbles coming from on your screen?
What?
What's that?
Where's all the thumbs up bubbles coming from on your screen?
Whose screen?
I have thumbs up bubbles.
Yeah. There's these big thumbs up, like teardrop bubbles popping up in the middle of your screen. There was a couple of them.
Yeah, they're coming from our watchers. Tater Dom is on. My Journey Through the American Spirits is up. Hey, My Journey from the end. Sai. I don't have you on Facebook, Tiny. Okay, that's cool. So you're on. No, I'm not on Facebook because I'm about to go on Facebook on this thing.
Where's the thumbs ups coming from?
So
Must be coming for YouTube.
Yeah, they're coming from YouTube. So we're live on YouTube like this. Now I got to go Facebook like the opposite. It's like the opposite. So now you get to see on Facebook when we go.
Yes.
Facebook.
Nice.
What's on your mind? Live.
Bourbon. Whiskey.
Dark
Arts. Because they won 4, not 1, not 2, not 3,
Orleans Bourbon Festival
at the New Orleans Bourbon Festival.
The Scotchy Bourbon Boys in review.
Okay, I'll drink some Dark Arts while you figure that out.
Would that be this one right here?
It's probably not because they're all single barrels. So this is a 9.5 year barrel number T76.
Yeah, this is the 14 year that was at the New Orleans Bourbon Festival.
Don't make me start having to go years, okay? I have to go.
Oh no, I take that back
here to my old Louisville 17 year.
I'm sorry, this is the 10 year. 10 year.
I will screw up somehow. I guarantee you. This was a fast disaster all of a sudden. You know what I mean?
What's the proof on yours?
On the 9.5?
Yeah.
Jesus. Light's hard to see. 113.8.
Wow, mine's 111.8.
And then this bad mother trucker right here. I had to make my own label for it, Nash.
Wow.
He didn't have anything with 17 years. So look what I did.
It's 16 plus 1. I got you, man.
So
yeah, I mean won two awards.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, he had the best single barrel. Man, he was rocking it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he was rocking it. All right, we're gonna go live. Here we go.
This one, Nash, that barrel is 154 proof.
Wow, hazmat.
All right.
Yeah, now, I was wanting one of those. Try to get Tiny to pick me up one, but he wouldn't do it.
Bill, you just got to talk to the right guy.
Yeah, I know. I should have went to you, the man.
Yeah.
All right, a hazmat of what? All right, so we're live on YouTube, Facebook. Now let me just check out what's happening here with Facebook. We're definitely
Facebook.
Yep, they could see it. Now I got to see. Boom.
All right.
All right. I don't know what's happening. It's just a picture. Like there's no video.
Here we go. Yeah.
I see a video, but your video is coming from your right. Yeah.
Yeah. You're not in it. I can see your hand and
In the screen.
on the video. Yeah, I see the hand and the on air and the pink microphone and the computer screen. I mean the TV screen.
So we're live. So all right. So that means I have to come over.
Yeah, whatever camera you got to your right is the one that's. Now we can see you.
Yeah.
I know. Hold on.
Do you have a polo shirt on?
I hadn't seen those. Like, did they not outlaw those things?
Sorry guys. I have a Kentucky Bourbon Festival Decanter Club polo.
And we're doing a New Orleans Bourbon Festival, and you got a Kentucky Bourbon Festival shirt on. That's cool though, because they don't compete.
Well, the reason why I have that is because tickets are going to be going on sale, and we're going to be having Randy on soon. I'm working on it's going to be next week, Tuesday or Thursday. I have to run it through Estes. I'm getting this stuff.
Man, I hope I don't lose power.
Bullshit.
We've been having some bad rainstorms here. And with 43-degree weather, and it's been lightning and thundering.
Yeah, that's tornado shit there.
Yeah, they said we've been having some real warm upper level air and all. That's the reason we've been getting it.
New Orleans.
That's what's hammered us the last 3 weeks. We got hit, and then it hit just north of here at my brother's house, and
New Orleans.
they got wiped out. He did not, but the whole area up by Indian Lake just got obliterated.
Yeah.
But
I'm sorry, everybody.
Yeah, I'm trying to go through and share quick as I can here.
Yeah, we're running late tonight. We're live YouTube. We're live Facebook. We've got the thing. I had it all set up, and all of a sudden everybody's in, and the whole thing went to shit. That's all I got to say. I have to do something with this pink fuzzy microphone. I don't know what to do with it. It's just, I shouldn't say that.
The view from your Facebook page, it's not really in the way because the camera's on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, but from a YouTube view and our view, it's a big fuzzy. You know what's coming off.
Nash, the nose on that Dark Arts though, those 9.5 years, man, they're so good.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
All right, I finally started the chicken cock on we got so much to talk about. We met so many different people. It was nuts, wasn't it, Nash?
It sure was.
Hopefully we get to talk about it tonight.
Yep.
Yeah, we're sharing to the group, so it's happening in a couple minutes, and we'll get. I hope this didn't do. I just went to sleep. I mean, I'm honestly the whole laptop went did a. I don't know.
I brought my vintage rooster.
Ooh. We got to spend some decent time with Greg Schneider and his lovely girlfriend Susan.
Yeah, it was their 1-year anniversary.
Yeah, and they ate at the restaurant that Nash and Roxy found, right?
Yep.
I mean, there's so much to talk about.
Actually, I found it and talked with the owner. And then,
but Roxy
I told them that we were going to come there Saturday night. And when I walked in the door, and I was just a little bit ahead of Jeff and Roxy and Brian and Margaret and Walker, me and was it Brian?
Yep, it was you and Brian.
Yeah, me and Brian were ahead. So we walk in, and AJ, the owner, he's Sicilian, little Sicilian guy. He said, come on with me. He takes me on a tour through the kitchen. As soon as we walk in, all right, chefs, we got your guests coming through. And man, he just gave us a whole tour, showed us all the fresh fish and everything and telling us about what all they could cook up for us. And then took us to the bar and showed us like some special bottles that like one or two, like the Whistle Pig bottles. He want two of all in New Orleans, and he gets one of them. He had a killer looking bar, but super nice guy, him and his wife writes for the cocktail magazine there in New Orleans. And she was there making these little small cocktails and all. And he was doing these seafood sort of crackers and all, appetizers and all at their booth. That's how I got to meet them and talk them. And then turn around when it come back through there that night at the grand tasting and all, because they left the restaurant and went and set up. He was like, oh, come on. I got to have a picture. Got me behind the booth, him and his wife and all that, me and Walker. And had one of the chefs there and all, and it had somebody taking pictures with his phone and my phone and all that and all. So it was so cool. Real nice people.
Yeah, we had done that. We had done that while you were over at getting your special pour at Heaven Hill.
Yeah.
Rachel, because what happened was the night before, one of the reasons why we went is because you talked to him, AJ, and mentioned it to me. And when I mentioned it to Roxy, she had been hanging out with his wife the day before. So they both told us to go there. So she was on board for going there. Okay. Now, Margaret was like freaking out. But then, as we went there, he showed you guys the fish and then came out and told us he was Sicilian. And then once Rachel was Sicilian, then it was on from that point.
Yeah.
What I ordered was the one main Sicilian dish, CT, which was a lamb shank with
puttanesca,
and it basically is an olive-based pesto olive oil kind of thing, and then it had angel hair pasta and red sauce, and the lamb shank just fell off the bone. It was unfreaking believable how good
this thing was huge. I thought it was the whole lamb.
And
it came out.
I actually thought that it was what would you say? It was going to be too rich and I was going to upset my stomach, but it did not. It totally delivered, right? And the same thing with you guys having the fish.
Yeah, I had the red fish on the half shell, the fresh red fish on the half shell. Oh my gosh, fire grilled, and then it was topped with lump crab and crawfish tails and shrimp, and then a tapenade sauce, and it was just freaking unreal. And then a trio of potatoes, like purple and red and white potatoes. Oh my gosh, it was just fabulous restaurant. What
was that? Did you hear that? Did someone drop something?
Nope.
It's thundering pretty bad here at my house, so it might be because it sounded like something's hitting the house and all that. Sherry just put her head in the door and she's like, it's thundering.
It's okay, Sherry. It'll be okay.
Yep.
It'll be all right. Oh, yep. I'm missing some lights back there.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. I don't know why I gotta be missing my lights. There you go. All right. So everybody, welcome live Facebook. We're all shared to the groups. We're going to be talking tonight about a couple things, the New Orleans Bourbon Festival, and a little bit about what's to come. And we're going to get this rolling real quick on the podcasts. All right, I'm sure it's going to freak out.
Yeah, I'm just about done here.
All right. Yep, it's working fine. And I am going to hit skip 45 minutes, start recording. But what I gotta do is call up.
My computer is doing something weird. Trying to add a BTK10. I don't even know what the hell that is.
All right, get to YouTube. We're live on YouTube. All right, that's ready to go.
Louisiana Moonshine said, "Good evening, everyone."
All right. Good evening.
Was that
Facebook.
on Facebook? Okay. All right, we're gonna start the countdown. 30 seconds. Quiet, and then we'll. Oh, I wanted to say to everybody out there, our sponsors, the Spirit of French Lick. Congratulations on your victories or your awards at New Orleans Bourbon Festival. It was great to celebrate with you. The Spirit of French Lick is our awesome sponsors, been with us forever, and then also the master distiller Alan Bishop there. Fantastic. Great. We're sad that he wasn't there, but at the same time, he also has awesome One Piece at a Time Distilling Institute on YouTube, and then also if you have Ghosts, you have everything. And then also Jason Giles, Rosewood Bourbon and whiskeys. He basically has come on. I'm going to be within the next week or two. There will be a voiceover ad for Rosewood Bourbon that will be rotating through. It's great to have him as a new sponsor. I was hoping to see him in New Orleans, but he wasn't able to make it. But I would say the next trip into the next year will be Texas. The next time we're going to be looking at Texas, CT, because I'm going to be counting on you with that cowboy hat and those cowboy boots.
Yeah, somebody else that also took home some awards, and actually they got best straight under 4 years. Still Austin Bourbon Company, and they're in Austin, Texas, down there, and they actually oh my gosh, Chastain's last name, God, it eludes me right here. Christian Wilhoff actually invited us down, said come on down there and check out the facility. I sat in with him on his on one of the seminars. The VIPs, ultimate VIPs, got to do a barrel pick, and that's where I got to talk and meet with him at.
I probably had 4, 5, 6 different Still Austin products. From single barrels to the cask strength, which is this bottle, and they're all fantastic.
Yeah, I loved all of his products, and especially the single barrels. The single barrel that they did a barrel pick that day. They picked from 5 different barrels that day, and they were fantastic. And all of them were between 4 and 5 years old.
Yeah, they're doing it right.
Yep, sure are.
All right, here we go.
Baby flirting, sipping on the sky. It's been a little while, but it's your butterflies. We love what we do with the baby. Every time we move, man, we talk something. Well, the tell you the truth. Yeah, with Scotchy and boy, making something your. Yeah, with the Scotchy and boy, we're here
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Welcome back to another podcast of the Scotchy Bourbon Boys.
Back in the studio.
Yeah, back in the studio, fresh off a wild half-week weekend down in New Orleans at New Orleans Bourbon Festival. Fantastic time. We've got in studio, or not in studio, but we got from South Carolina, we've got Super Nash.
Yeah. Here we are.
And straight from the newest Booker's batch, Springfield, Ohio, we've got CT.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? I'm not sure that the Springfield batch goes to Springfield, Ohio, but it's kind of like The Simpsons, and I'm going with
it. It's actually based off of Springfield, Kentucky. So yeah,
right.
But we're gonna go with that. You're here tonight from Springfield, Ohio, and was the part of it, right? Springfield, right. Yeah. All right. So remember, everybody, www.scotchybourbonboys.com for all things Scotchy Bourbon Boys. Check us out. CT, you have to get your bio to me so I can update that website, put you on it. And then I was on whiskey also all weekend for getting that bio to me. And then also you could get shop for Glencairns. We're putting up our bottle openers. We're t-shirts. It's all there on the website. So check us out on there, and then also on all social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X, and then also on the major podcast formats. You can see us on Apple, Spotify, iHeart, and anything else. So we are there. And then, one of the things we're going to be talking about is we're going to review the New Orleans Bourbon Festival. But before we do that, what I'd like to do is review what's coming up, because there's some stuff coming up that is very important, like tomorrow. Tomorrow, CT, I should be seeing you. So if you need anything from me, I'm coming down. So, just saying.
Bring me stuff. Bring me stuff.
Bring you stuff. That's a good one. And then, but we are picking up what I'm going to be doing is loading this, and then I'm going to be reviewing all the so I can leave you with the amount for people who want to pick it up before we get something at the Meadows, right? It's called the Meadows Restaurant. Am I right?
Yeah,
right.
Like I said, the Elijah Craig, Heaven Hill sent like a display to go with the barrel to do it. So they kind of making it a nice little thing for us to have an event for all 70 some bottles.
How do we know that? What?
What do you mean? How do I know it? I've seen it.
What do you mean you've seen it? It was there?
Sent, I'm not kidding you. It came in a big cardboard box, like about this big. It's like a barrel top piece thing to go. So
they already delivered it for the drop?
They delivered that 3 weeks ago.
Wait a second. They delivered it? It was at the place, but they couldn't release it? Is that what you're saying?
No, they sent the display thing to the restaurant directly.
Oh, the restaurant directly. Boy, I'm kept out of the loop.
But Mark knows that there are barrels coming in tomorrow, and he's already told me that they will definitely get in touch as soon as it hits.
That's wonderful. So I will leave work. I'm not even going to change. I'm just going to come straight down. So you'll see me as fast as I possibly can. And then I'll just go to your house.
Yep.
Beat you at 4:30 or what? I mean, 7. I'm just kidding. 2.5 hours down. We'll get it. We'll split it up and then go from there.
Yep.
Oh. Anyways. All right. So then also, everybody, is that South Carolina, we're going to have a pick coming up, and it's going, and what I want to say to everybody is the way our picks are going to go is that you contact us on Facebook, and then we put you in a Facebook Messenger group, and you will be amongst all the people who get to pick. Now, this last pick of Elijah Craig, there was a lot of people out there that were waiting till it got there to get to pay it, to get it paid. But we sell vouchers and pre-vouchers, and this barrel only had 72 bottles, which we had sold 78 pre-vouchers. It was lucky that a certain amount of people that were that there was were able to back off, so that the barrel is now sold out before it was sold out before we even got it. So it's the same thing. Now these next two, you got to contact us, and we will tell you all about our next barrel picks. So
they're not any good, and I probably wouldn't suggest getting a bottle of it.
Yeah, because that just leaves more for everybody else. So there you go. So all right. So that's what's coming up. I mean, we're going from one right to another, and this time we didn't just pick one, we picked two.
Yeah.
So we're gonna work that out. And
you want to tell them what they are?
No, because not at this point. No, not here.
The suspense grows.
Yes, and it's got to work. We've gone. I'll talk to you all about what I'm going to do, which way I'm going to go, because we'll be able to work that out. So now, with that said, let's get into this fun weekend, Nash. It was quite the endeavor, would you not say?
Absolutely. We went down to the 2024 New Orleans Bourbon Festival, which was put on by the co-founders, Tracy and Barbara Napa. I've been practicing Napolitano. That's it.
It's wrong.
Tracy and Barbara Napolitano.
That's so...
Are you telling me I got it wrong after I practice? I practice all day. I was even saying it 10 times to CT, right?
Yep. And it sounded like what you were practicing, so it's got to be right.
Napolitano.
All right.
Napolitano.
I will tell you.
There we go. Tracy and Barbara Napolitano.
Here we go. I'm going to tell you. Here we go, because I was talking to him the whole time on. It should just
it's Napolitano.
Okay, hold on. Here we go. Napolitano. It's Napolitano.
Walker says it's Neapolitano.
What? What? Napolitano.
Walker says it's Neapolitano.
Napo. Napo. Litano. It sounds it's you say it exactly as you said it. Napolitano. There you go.
That's what I said. I got it.
You were saying Lapitanino.
but I finally got it right. Napolitano.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
All right. They were such wonderful hosts to us, and I just really want to thank them for having us down and putting on such a great festival. It was wonderful.
And I would like to apologize to them in advance that I wasn't there to get their name correct, because if it was butchered, it was not because of me.
There you go.
Well, and he actually, if you can listen to the last podcast, he actually says that particular name. He says his name for us, and it's exactly how he just said it's you got to sound it out, and that's how it is. But with that said, Tracy and his wife Barbara totally offered up. I met them briefly at the Kentucky Bourbon Festival last year, and they invited us down. Another cool thing, CT, we're invited down next year again. So I'm telling you a whole MFing year in advance. So, keep your friends from getting married on this weekend.
Dude, I can't help it. If I get invited to another beach wedding, I'm going.
Make sure you break them up beforehand.
I don't know, man. The beach wedding and what happened afterwards and the suffering opposed to going to, New Orleans and coming back completely and totally healthy. That was, I'd take the New Orleans one.
We had Fruit Loops on the beach with some crazy liqueur that I don't even know what.
It was that rum, right?
No,
Yeah,
it was
pineapple
rum in
vodka.
a pineapple shaped jar.
So
Yeah,
you were just drinking fancy Malibu and Fruit Loops?
Yeah, on the beach.
Yeah. Standing on the beach.
It's not like
under the moonlight, might I add.
Just so you know,
I saw that.
It's not like New Orleans doesn't have beaches. Does. If you want to drink on. We weren't interested in the beach. We were interested in the food and the party.
You guys go to anything haunted while you were there? Because that's what I would have wanted to do.
No, there was no time for haunted. It was all drinking.
What?
Wednesday, we were doing all the podcast stuff.
I'll tell you what, we did go to the Absinthe house, and I did kind of see some stuff while I was walking back. that was pretty haunted down Bourbon Street.
Walker said you guys drank some of Royce's absinthe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we actually went to the Absinthe house down on Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
so this is where this really gets
we had a
let's
pour.
See if I can.
I bought these guys a pour of red absinthe from Florida, a Florida-based absinthe place, and this stuff was, oh my gosh! Check out the video. I mean, a pure blue flame.
I'm gonna find it. I'm finding it in the share screen. Here we go. I can do this. Here we are. I mean, here we are on Bourbon Street.
Yep.
Let's see if that works. It should. Okay.
Nope. That was going down Bourbon Street. It was right after that where we went into the Absinthe house.
Well, yeah, that's how loud it is.
Oh, there was Michael Jackson.
Yep.
I knew he was still alive.
Yep.
What was that?
Bad.
Yeah, we were just all there. It was fantastic.
Martin Duffy leading the way.
Yep. Me up the end, but here we go. Watch this, baby.
There it is.
It's one of these. It should be right there, right?
That's the second one, the one to the right. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, but it was yours that I used. That should.
Yeah.
Yep, here it is. I believe it's this one.
Yeah. Nope, that was yours.
Nope, that was mine.
Yeah, go back to the other two, and it's the second one.
Yeah, but that's not a video.
That's not a video. Nope.
Nope, you had sent me the video, and I got it later. Let's see if it's in yours.
It's got to be down at the very bottom where I sent it to you. Scroll to the end.
It should. Was that?
It's down at the very end.
I don't think it's at the very end because I got. Let's see. Let me move this out of the way. I'll just go up slow.
Back it up.
Negative.
Before the restaurant.
Yeah, but they're out of order based off of who sent me what. We're here. Let's see. I'm only going to give this a little bit more scroll time.
And then we got to move on.
But it would have been nice if I would have had it. There's the smoking cigar. Okay. So, 23 seconds right here. That was the one, right? That was the wrong one.
Yeah.
And then here's 10. Well, maybe it's a little bit higher. Let's just see if it's a little bit higher. Yeah, right. Nope. For some reason, some of the, when you get shared something, I had it. I mean, I saved it. I color corrected it. I put it on.
Yeah, because this was one of the coolest videos that I think little shorts that I took. So
yeah, I it's not here. All right. So, anyways,
anyway, so we went to the Absinthe House. Checked out Bourbon Street. Did a ton of other places that night. Martin, like I say, Martin gave us a pretty cool walking tour that night.
Oh, there he is. Yeah. So so that was pretty cool. It was the like I said,
that was
we ended up that night we went we flew in. We basically were able to check our bags at 11 o'clock, and Nash met us. He was walking back from the casino, and then we went right to Drago's, right? I got that right?
Yeah,
Drago's seafood restaurant.
Drago's seafood restaurant, right down on the waterfront.
On the Riverwalk. So then we had that. And then we went back to the hotel, and Martin Duffy was checking in. No, Martin Duffy joined us at Drago's. So we found out from Tracy I said, what's happening today, Wednesday? He's like, Pinhook, bourbon, barrel proof. And so that's a bar in there. And so we went to the Pinhook event and met Sean Sean Sean, the blender of Pinhook. We met him, but at this nice bourbon bar, we're sitting with my cousin Brian and his wife, Nash, Roxy, Martin Duffy, and me, and CT. All the drinks were free. They had 3 of them. They had a Manhattan made with Pinhook, and what was it? A pomegranate Manhattan. And then it was old fashioned that they made with the Pinhook, a 7-year barrel strength. And then the other one was what was that called? The beer and the pour?
Oh, it was a pony and a pour. And it was a Miller High Life pony and a pour of their single barrel. Yeah. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and it was supposed to be 1 each, and it ended up being as many as you wanted. Yeah. And so we're sitting there at that place, and now all of a sudden the Old Carter starts to flow, and they had Old Carter batch 9, and so we had a couple of that, and so we finished up there.
Actually, we actually got to meet Sean Joseph.
I was trying to say
Joseph of Pinhook.
Yep, Sean was there.
Yeah, so he comes around. He starts giving us these 4-ounce mini bottles of the Pinhook 8-year release that he had just did that day, and I said, "Here, you guys might need these later on." So he gave us a bottle of that to take home with us. Gave us Pinhook hats and all, so that was pretty cool. And, at the same time, we're standing up when we go out to meet Sean Joseph.
Iron Root.
And we're sitting there talking, and all of a sudden, Marshall LaCarche of Iron Root Distillery happens to be sitting beside me. He says, "Hey, Scotchy Bourbon Boys, I just commented on somebody's post that was coming here." I turned around. I said, "Yeah, that's my post you commented on this morning." And I said, "If you saw me there, to say hello." And she said, "Hello, here we are." And so she introduced us to the whole Iron Root Distillery gang.
Yeah, and we got to meet them throughout. They were invited up. They did have a booth, though. They were there. I mean, it was kind of weird. And we kept running into them all the time, right?
Yeah.
Everywhere we were going, we kept running into them. Yeah. But CT. So that's the night then we headed off, and we were supposed to go to Beach Bum Berries. And that's where Martin Duffy wanted to go. So he tried. That's a tiki rum bar, right? Yeah. So that's really interesting, in my opinion, why he wanted to get us at a bourbon festival to a rum bar. But, Martin, we had a lot of hang time with Martin. I mean, we did. Really good. We hung out the whole night. he took us first. We went to when Beach Bum Berries was too full. We ended up going to Bourbon. What was the restaurant?
The Carousel Bar.
No, well, we went to the Carousel Bar next and got to see them spin around. I've seen those bars before.
Yeah.
And there's a big long wait and everything, and the drinks were way overpriced. And thank you to Mr. Duffy. He also that was Glenn Caron. He got that. We really appreciated that. And then we went off to eat at the Bourbon. It wasn't the Bourbon Beast. It was something.
It was the Bourbon House.
Yeah, the Bourbon House, which is on Bourbon Street.
Yeah, it's the Bourbon House seafood restaurant.
Yep.
And they do a ton of barrel picks and all the guys there.
Well, now watch this. I should be able to share the screen right here. Let's go to share screen and get those babies up because what happened to is this it?
The share zone.
Yeah, this is it. So if I go up here, I did have right by the bar, the bourbon. This is right here. Here it is. There we go. That is it. Come on. Okay.
Really? He did.
It's not showing up on the screen here.
What?
It's not showing up on the screen.
You see it?
On the Facebook Live, it went back to showing you sideways.
Yeah.
Well, me sideways is the only thing you're going to see on Facebook Live. This is on YouTube where the share screen really works. Okay. This is so you guys are getting tonight we're getting.
All it was showing was the bar, like your command bar across there. It wasn't showing the picture.
It
put us all three on the side, and then it was just showing your command bar, but it wasn't showing any kind of picture. I could hear the sound.
I'm telling you, I saw the picture that I was looking at. So I
can see it on your screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only place you would have been able to see it because it doesn't share screen to Facebook because we're doing this on my phone.
but the last time when you showed the pictures that you were showing, trying to find that video, it
pops up on my computer screen. Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
it was?
When you do that, it pops up on my computer screen.
Okay, so when I did share screen, we're right now in share screen. When I go to share screen like this, last time you were telling me like the pictures
all pop up on the left of my screen. We all three go to the right of my computer screen, and all the pictures pop up. That's why I was telling you which one to go to.
Now hold on.
Oh, there it goes. Now it's there.
Okay.
Now all your pictures are up there in front of me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I did that and I played that video. Okay, so it must have done something weird.
Yeah, it did something weird because now the video is up there.
All right.
All right, cool. And from there, then we went walking on down Bourbon Street to the Absinthe House and back.
What time was this?
This was early. Yeah.
This is what day?
This was on Wednesday. Tiny went muted. Tiny, you're muted.
But we woke up.
Oh, there we go.
We woke up on that day at 2 a.m. And so CT, I had to be to the airport by 4. Flight at 6. So we started at 4 o'clock at the Pinhook thing. And now it's about, after dinner, it's about 7. And we head over to the Absinthe House. We all have some absinthe. And then we head over to that other bar. What was that other bar? Where Iron Root was there. Rendezvous or whatever.
That was in that hotel.
That Brian and Margaret
had stayed at. Yeah.
25 years earlier.
Yeah.
And then once that was, it was 10:10, after this bar in the hotel it's funny because when you Bourbon Street puts such an impression on your brain from when you were there the time before, and not much changes. So when you're walking the streets, you recognize so much because of the fact that when you were there before, you know, even though it was for me 12 years, you know. So anyways, so that was Wednesday. I went back, you guys stayed out, but to not.
Yeah, me and Martin, he wanted to go to this jazz bar, and so me and him, we walked over there. And the time we got over there, it was 3 or 4 blocks away, and we got over there, and it was just so jam packed. And the little jazz band was sitting there playing on a little stage close to the door, but I mean, we couldn't even get in there. So he was like, "Man," he says, "Yeah, I can't go in there and stand his knees." And I was like, "Yeah, my back had been all day and standing around and all this walking."
So I was
about that time we saw a little one of those little bike riders with the little 2-man carriage on it. So we held him down. Me and Martin took a little bike carriage ride all the way back to the hotel, which is about a mile and a half.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah. And so then we came on back. By the time we got back, it was about 11:30. And me and him walked down to the store, but then we came back in. Martin looked at the bar, and there's a lot of people sitting around the lobby bar. He was like, "You want to go have a drink?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think I do." And then he looked at it and said, "No, I think I'm going on up." And that was about 11:30, 20 minutes to 12.
Actually, Mr. Nash, when you came back to the room, it was 10:38. I got back to the room at 9:54, and at 10:38 you came walking through the door, and I'm like doing social media, and you come walking through, and I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing back here?" It was 10:38. I remember that. So yeah, I mean, you guys weren't there that much longer, and you know, it must have been enough time to walk down and take your, you know, we Ubered back. So you know, and the difference between you taking.
Well, I went down to the bar and had a drink because I started meeting.
Then you even got back quicker than you thought.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that guy, he was pedaling that bike, carrying us 2 big ass boys.
So anyways, that was the first night, and then the next day we knew was the judging.
Yeah.
So we got up and was down in the lobby by about 9 o'clock, and little did we know that there was upstairs that's where you register, and they had like breakfast stuff. So we ate breakfast at the hotel. One of the best parts of the New Orleans Bourbon Festival was the festival was in where most of the stuff happened.
Yeah.
So during the day, if you're in a and you got tired, you could go up and take a nap. You could go use your own restroom. You could, the whole thing. And it was very casual in and out. So the rooms were all set up for different seminars, and then there was
2 floors of conference hall rooms and all, and a couple of them were, I mean, absolutely huge conference halls, and then you had small room size conference rooms that you had, and all of them were set up, different and ready to go. And so they even had one set up to where you could actually go in and podcast from and all. But we only did that one time, and we did that with Tracy.
Well, and so Thursday they were doing the judging, CT. So it was 50 people in a room. It reminded me of a fantasy baseball or football draft with a bunch of guys. They were just, each table had 18 samples that they had to pick the best 5 of. And then those 5 from their table went on each. And then in the afternoon, then they picked all the different winners, best single barrels, best,
They had about 8 people at each table in there.
Yeah. And those people
or actually there were like about
the ultimate VIPs.
7 people. There were 7 tables, 7 people at each table.
So when they were coming out, we would interview them. So we've got interviews of each person on what they thought of the festival. We went live one time without the microphone working and another time with the microphone working. And then we went live another time after that. But that night, so what they had was where did we go that night for dinner, Nash, on Thursday? What did we do that I'm not remembering exactly what we did on Thursday. Well, because we came back to the finger food at the what the hell? Why can't we remember where
first did we go Thursday night? Yeah.
Thursday night, because we did all the interviews,
we actually got back a little bit late, about 30 minutes after the grand tasting welcome party had started.
Oh, and Thursday night is the Jack Rose Four Roses dinner.
Oh my God,
that's what it was. CT.
That's right.
So that was really cool. Brent Elliott was there.
Yeah, the Four Roses dinner.
And they were pouring pours in these awesome. You could see the New Orleans Bourbon Festival with the Four Roses on the back, Glens, and all the Glens. So it wasn't a tasting. I would like to call this a pairing drinking, because the food was fantastic at Jack Rose. The chef was amazing, and it was a 4-course meal. And each course came with a pair. The first was Yellow Label, which I was pleasantly surprised at how good their brand is right off the shelf at whatever that is, $29.99 or what. That was fantastic. Then the next one was a small batch, and then the next one was single barrel, and the last one was Brent Elliott's 2023 special edition that he served. But all of them were full pours or more. I mean, it was you were looking in your glass going, seriously, I'm glad I'm not.
Brent even said something about it. These are some pretty healthy pours.
So you didn't get tasting pours,
and he actually sat at the table right across from us.
I don't think
Abby actually sat to the right of me, and Jill and Brent sat right across from us.
So we were like really close to them. So we were able to toast him and cheers Brent and had just a really good time. I was able to talk to him, tell him I wanted to have him back on the podcast, that kind of thing. And it was just an awesome evening with a great meal. That one with all of us, it was the one thing that we did off site that was, where you spent some money. Then we went back and they had the VIP opening reception. CT.
Welcome.
And that was crazy. Have you ever met Steve Ackley, CT? The big guy, pear-shaped, ABV Network with the big white beard.
I don't think so.
But you know who I'm talking about?
Got the glasses, big long beard.
Yeah, I know the name. I can't picture him though.
Yeah, I know of him, but I never met him. But he really was
he's
there
bigger than tiny.
Yeah, he's not as stocky as me, but he's taller. He's probably about 6'7". So overall, I got to meet him. Then we met Diane.
What, guys, this thundering has got the house shaking on that right there.
Yeah,
I'm surprised you guys can't hear it in the background.
I couldn't. Well, just have her watch the wind. That's all you have to worry about, right?
Yep.
So anyways, once and you still have power, so there you
go.
Yep. So CT, we went to that reception and met a lot of the people in the VIP. Royce was there, Randy and Kate were finally there, got to see them, and it was just a really nice evening. But it had rained a little bit during the day and it had stopped at night. So me and Nash went outside afterwards and smoked a cigar. And honestly, it was we went out at about, he grabbed 2 pours of E.H. Taylor for us, We went out onto the back of the hotel, which is right on the street in the back. And we're sitting back there. They got a couple chairs, and all of a sudden we're just talking, and
that was at 12:30 because the tasting the welcome party didn't end till 12 o'clock.
Right.
And it's like everybody just cleared out of there real quick. So we walked back to the lobby bar. I grabbed us 2 E.H. Taylor small batches and told them we were going out back. And Roxy went on up to the room, but we went out and sat on the back, which is actually like a street way that goes behind the hotel. But they got a couple of tables and chairs and stuff right there along the walkway. And man, it was nice. Almost full moon.
So, and all we did is catch up and relax that night.
Relaxed, and just enjoyed the pour and the cigar. And next thing we knew, it was almost 2 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, and then we were locked out of the hotel.
Yeah, we go back in, and the doors were locked. The lights were out in the bar and everything, but I mean, there was no key entry there. They were actually locked, so we had to walk all the way around the block.
So Nash is drunk like Amzie was, and I had to just no. So at least he had his key, because we had to have a key entry to get back up. So went up.
We didn't trust Jeff with the key. Only me and Roxy had the keys.
Yeah, somehow that happened. I don't know, but we went that night. We got back up we had to be down in the lobby at 8 because everything was and then up by all the seminars started at 10. So I wanted us down there around 8 o'clock, and then we knew they had breakfast and everything. Yeah. So we ate breakfast in the seminar area, and then we started going to all the seminars. And all I could say is the seminars were fantastic. The one thing is there were so many good ones. It was really good that we had Nash, Roxy, and myself. We all were recording videos.
Yeah,
it was really cool.
Yeah, and we all split up, and we'd all pick a seminar or class to go to, and we'd split up, and we'd all do videos and pretty much videos of the whole seminar. And then I know with me, after it was over, I'd go up to the distiller or whoever was putting on the seminar and get them to stand by their bottles and all that. And I told them who I was, introduced myself, and then get them to stand by the bottles and the display and all that stuff, and get some still shots. So I got great still shots of all the distillers and the speakers of each one of them too. So
what was really cool about this,
they all got Scotchy Bourbon Boys card, and I got each one of their cards too.
The people who were down there from Kentucky, the difference is usually if you're looking at Kentucky Bourbon Festival, they're home. I mean, they're where they live. You know what I mean? They're kind of home. So they're comfortable. Whereas New Orleans, they were all staying there at the hotel like we were. So there was a lot of hotel time that they were just hanging out that we could talk to them, CT. Whereas there's not a lot of, when you're at the Kentucky Bourbon Festival, it's either the festival or you're at a party with, you know what I mean?
But there was faster paced. You don't get time to really do anything.
Right. They're always with people and they got to go here or there. Well, they had a seminar, but for the rest of the time, they were at the festival. And like we really got some. It's funny because Connor O'Driscoll, he remembered me from the barrel pick as the Scotchy Bourbon Boys, and he talked with Whiskey, and we're going to be doing a podcast because of it. I got a ton of people's names. A lot of people just came up to us, but like when I was waiting with Whiskey and Roxy for on the last day in the lobby, we had about a 45-minute wait before we had to call Uber, and Michael Veach was in there, and I just started talking to Michael Veach about all the outcomes of everything. So that was really kind of a cool thing. Now, this is what we're going to get to. So they had picks, and on that first day, you could order and pay for your pick, but you had to pick it up the next day. Okay. So the picks were all, laid out, and you got to go through. I kind of knew what I wanted being down there because I definitely wanted the chicken cock. This is the double oak cast strength. And it's got, and it's funny because, you could see that green, and it's got the Mardi Gras colors on the blue and orange, blue and purple right there on the label. But then if you look back here, can you see this? That Greg signed. He signed every bottle in the pick CT. Now, yeah. So we were
126 bottles, and
yeah, and he signed it at a liquor store, and then he was signing them for the festival and everything. So now, all the seminars, that was cool. It's informative. It was very convenient. You could pick which one you wanted. I wasn't able to do everything I wanted to do, but I was able to do a lot. Now, at night, you left and you did about a 6-7 block, 12-13 minute walk to the World War II museum, and in their whole conference area or whatever,
Contemporary Arts Center,
right next to it.
Right next to the World War II museum.
Right, they had an indoor-outdoor facility, so a lot of people were outdoors. Like the Spirit of French Lick was outside. Amin was next to the Spirit of French Lick. So they kind of got to know each other, and Brooklyn and Laureline got to know Amin, and Amin was having fun. He partied. And then inside was, everything. Now, I will say that Heaven Hill and Jack Daniels, but no, Heaven Hill was the best represented large distillery. They had Conor O'Driscoll, they had Burning Lovers down there, and I would say the second best represented would have been for a larger distillery would have been Stephen Beam and Stephen Fonte were both down there. So, but they once again running around, whiskey books. Stephen Fonte, on that weekend, we're gonna go out to at Pat's Steakhouse and back to his house for cigars and some pours on his back patio, which I've been trying to get to forever. So this event, you would have been like gone wild, because I know you would have the insights of what people were going to have. And like that, the second, it was 2 nights, and each night was completely different from each other, and even though it was the same stuff.
Let me just talk about how Tracy and Barbara had the grand tastings each night. They were from 8 to 11 p.m. on Friday and Saturday night, but it was it had the food vendors there, and it had all the distilleries there doing their pours. But now, what it was, you'd have a couple of and you did have some booths that were there selling some crafts and things like that. There were a few of them there, but you would have a couple of distilleries lined up in a row, and then all of a sudden you'd come up on a food vendor serving some type of finger food, like meatballs. Just killer out of this world meatballs. Then all of a sudden you'd have 2 or 3 more distilleries in a row. Then you come up on another food vendor. And it was like that all the way around throughout the whole place, inside and outside.
Are you
10 different food vendors?
The oysters, though.
The charbroiled oysters.
So
That
outside on the
amazing.
tents, they had a grill with this giant fire the whole night. I mean, it was like up in fire, and they were char broiling oysters and then pouring their sauce over the top. And it went for 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock to 12 o'clock and 7 o'clock for 5 hours. And there was always a line. There never was a line. They were just making oysters after oysters after oysters. So
they had one guy over in the corner with a big old table up there and several pans laid out and the coolers upon stacked coolers. He was just sitting there steady shucking the oysters open, leaving them on the half shell, and they were putting them on the half shell on that fire grill. I mean, 2 big old huge fire grills, flames just coming up, and that one guy, he was just steady as fast as he could charbroil flame them and turning around, pulling them off on a pan. And this other guy, he was sitting there sprinkling a little bit of cheese on them and their sauce. Oh man, they were so amazing.
Okay, so let's real quick review. This is where you'll be interested. The people that we knew that were there that we spent time with. Brooklyn and Laureline spent a decent amount of time at the festival, and then we'll get into who won awards, and then we'll toast with the single barrels, whatever. But then there was Amin was there. I went over to his place 3-4 times. We talked about how much we missed you being there, and then he was letting me taste all of his stuff.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
it was so
the first
good.
time I got to meet him. And he was having me sample everything.
Well, did he tell you about the last time I was down there?
No,
I walked in and he was hiding on a couch.
Oh no.
He had gotten himself into a bad evening the day before. So basically, he said, "You know where the Glens are, you know where the thief is, go back and just drink whatever you want."
Wow.
And then you got Amin, and then you had Greg Schneider from Chicken Cock, him and Susan. He was there with the whole team. Will was there. They were serving, and then they had a barrel pick. So Greg did a great job. He was part of the seminar. Royce and Rebecca Neely were there the whole time, and they were working their booth. And then they had a seminar that we attended to that was very interactive with all of us as far as when we were there. And then
Stephen Beam and Stephen Fonte.
Stephen Beam and Stephen Fonte. So we set all that up, with Stephen Fonte while we were there and spent a little bit of time. Then there was Martin Duffy of the Glencairn. We spent the whole first night and then multiple times, and he had a class also. Yeah. And then there was then you go around, you got Macaulay. Macaulay was just killing it there.
Yeah.
And with the dark arts. Yeah. But he had the banger bottled and let us taste that. Like I said, I had no idea what it was until Carl tasted it and told me what it was. But the Banger's only bottle was amazing. Plus, on the Friday night afterwards, after the party, we all came back to the bar. It was Macaulay, Randy and Kate, and Greg Schneider and Susan, and Stacy was there. And it just was a party at the bar in the restaurant. That night we were out till 2 o'clock. So, again,
the last night. Yeah.
I was cut off, CT. I was cut off. and Roxy went to bed at 12:30. She went
I
up
wasn't even there to cut you off.
No, she had me cut off. She was, and I had it, and she goes to bed at 12:30. And so I just order a hurricane afterwards. And then Nash gets me a pour. And so I'm thinking, it's now about 1:15. I'm doing all right. And we're going to head up. No. Macaulay comes down with 2 bottles of dark arts. And between me, Nash, and Macaulay, we drank 3/4 of one bottle and 1/4 of another. And I went up at 2.
Yeah.
And it was, and Randy and Kate left, and then we smoked a cigar out by Macaulay, and it was just fantastic time. But then to keep going, who was there? You had Connor O'Driscoll and Bernie Lubbers, and they were serving. And then you had from Iron Root, you had Shannon working the Iron Root booth and serving. That's just the people.
From Green River.
Yeah. Well,
I can't remember her name, but we've met her several times. She's the brand representative that's at all the festivals, and she was there.
What about Walker said Rick and Ricky from 15 Star?
Oh yeah. Ricky Johnson. That would be him right there.
Yeah, I met him and talked to him, but again, there's a lot of people then that was, the people we were partnering with, right?
Yeah.
Crown was there. Nobody from Crown. George Dickel was there. Jack Daniels was there. Now, Jack Daniels' booth was bomb. And they had Sinatra, they had Honey, they had the 12-year Honey finish. They had the single barrels. They had the full proof. I mean, they did it. And they had a bar set up. It basically was a wooden bar, right?
Yeah.
With everything. So that was good. And then Crown really did it right, although they were the only people that entered Canadian whiskey. But you would have had fun. Did you know what they had for tasting the first night? 25-year apple. Or 20-year apple?
25, I think.
25-year apple. Yeah. They had it. I'm here to tell you.
Well, they sure as shit didn't bring the blackberry because they didn't want people saying this tastes like Robitussin.
Is that what it tastes like?
Listen,
I'm telling you.
Okay, I'll show you.
There goes those little bubble thumbs up coming up on your screen.
Robitussin. I don't know that you could get it on any more on point, but it's hilarious because everybody wanted it so bad, and I'm like, if you have to mix it with so much stuff to make it good, is it really good? No.
Here we go. You like that? Can you see that up on the screen?
I did see that picture you posted with the chairs.
Yeah. And then I think I had Royce and the Hidden Bar brand manager. So that was
sweet chairs.
CT, I got a Crown Royal hat for you when I see you too.
Oh, nice. I do too. I have one, and I got Four Roses ice maker, ice mold. It molds in the form of an ice. Yeah, we thought of you.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
It molds in the form
of a rose.
we got those at KBF too.
Okay, got those too. All right. But that was, and then there was so many different people. What was the one guy's name that everybody was it Seth? Was it Denton or
Seth?
Do you have his card? Because I was trying to tell
Seth Detler.
Seth
Detler. Actually, he put his phone number in my phone. I got his phone number and his email from Detler Distillery, which is down in Florida, and he wants us to come down there too.
I mean, there was a guy,
really cool guy.
What was it called? Left. Oh my God! He basically floats his whiskey down the river, Left Bank. I think it's called
Left Bank.
Yep, and he does it like they did it in Kentucky so long ago. He puts it on the river and floats it down to New Orleans.
Yep.
And it's like, you're just going, that's crazy. But it wasn't bad. I mean, it jostles around. He puts it on a barge and sends it down.
Did you have that special bottle that he pulled out from down below his bag, the single barrel?
Yeah. So everybody CT had special bottles.
Yeah, and that was what was cool. That
sounds like everybody brought something they wanted to share and show, and they had the bottles that they normally brought, for sharing and pouring. But then when we rolled up to the booth,
all of a sudden they're either reaching down below or opening up a bag or a backpack and pulling out a bottle. Here, try this, try this. And that was what was really cool there.
Yep. All right. So those 2 nights were the tasting with the seminars for the 2 days. Fantastic. Food was good. Food was great. So after the one thing that we did do is go to that restaurant that Nash was talking about, because the first night it was meatballs and finger food and everything and the oysters, and we did that. So we wanted to go someplace nice. So Nash and Roxy said first Nash and then Roxy wanted to go, and it was Briquette. The name of the restaurant was Briquette. And as we're walking there, it wasn't far. It was dead when we got in. The only people that were there at 5 o'clock.
We were early. We got there at like at 5 o'clock.
Yep. It opened at 5. We walked in, but we were like the only people in the restaurant. But the food was fantastic there. And then exactly what
Randy
Nash
and
said.
Kate went there from our post. They went there and ate. They said it was fantastic. Greg and Susan went there the next night
to celebrate their 1-year anniversary.
But
that was cool.
I'd already heard there was a lot of people that went there, and just want to give a shout out to AJ Tusa Jr. Him and his wife are the owners of it, and they actually own 5 different restaurants, Briquette, and then they own New Orleans Creole Cookery there in New Orleans, and they also own the Crazy Lobster. But then down in Destin, Florida, actually Crazy Lobster Hammerheads is down in Destin, Florida, and then Roberto's, their daughter owns, is in a pizza place right beside Hammerheads in Destin, Florida. And I've been to Hammerheads and Roberto's down there, but I didn't know that. AJ,
look at that CT. Can you see that?
Yep.
that is the lamb, whatever. What is it called?
Lamb puttanesca.
Yeah, that was like unbelievably good. And then
looks like it's got some feta on it.
Show the one to the right of it.
That was clam. That was clam. The one, this one here. There you go.
That's what I had. That was the redfish, and it was called loaded, and it had lump crab, the shrimp on top, and then it also had crawfish tails in a tapenade sauce.
I know this is going to be sideways, but that was the best salad I ever had in my life. It was mustard with some blue cheese crumbles, and it was like the perfect baby lettuce, and then it had pecans and pork belly chopped up fine, which is basically bacon. But yeah, here I think there was one this was a Walker's. Look at that with the crab on top and the green beans. So that was really cool. Here we all are. How about that one? That one you all can see, right?
Yep.
That was a cool restaurant.
Yeah, it was really nice. Great atmosphere. Nice bar selection if you wanted to have a pour, and they also had a nice wine selection too.
Roxy and us, they had a derby to me, and you got to sign up and do a bunch of stuff. I don't think we won. But that was kind of cool. And then here's what he was talking about. This is AJ right there. Can you see him?
Yep. That's AJ, and that's his wife.
Yep.
They're the owners of Briquette. And she was making this unbelievable peach cobbler cocktail for that Saturday night.
For Uncle Nearest. She was doing that for them. So that's that. Okay, we'll get off that for a sec, and let's get to the awards.
All right.
That's one thing that this was really kind of cool. I recorded the whole awards ceremony, CT. So
yeah, I did too.
So that was really kind of cool.
All right. The 2024 grand tasting winners for the New Orleans Bourbon Festival are the Best in Fest. The gold award winner was Silverback Christine Riggleman for a reserve batch 7A. And the silver award went to Old Louisville Straight Bourbon 9-year single barrel for Amin.
Yeah. Right. Amin was feeling no pain.
Yeah, and he was very proud, and we were proud of him, that's for sure.
Did I send you that section of the video just so you could see it?
Yep.
Yeah, I thought so. I won't put it up.
All right. For the best straight under 4 years, best straight bourbon under 4 years, the gold award went to Still Austin Straight Bourbon, and the silver award went to Left Bank Straight Bourbon. And then the best straight bourbon over 4 years went to Dickel Bottled and Bond 13-year. And then the silver award went to Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond. And for the best small batch, this is our sponsor. The gold award went to Matty Gladden Iconoclast. That one right there, everybody.
And I actually have that bottle that they entered.
Yeah, and I do too.
That was the recent time I went down there for the new. I think it was. Let's see. Does it say it? Series 105. This is
it's 105 proof, and it was
2018.
2018. You're right.
That's when it was distilled. So
yep. Congratulations to Spirits of French Lick. We love you guys.
Yep. That was exciting. I was happy for Alan and Brooklyn and
to go all the way down there to win. That's great for anybody that's coming from up here.
And here's real quick. I can just share the screen. You keep talking, Nash, and I'll put up.
And for the best small batch, the silver award went to Dark Arts, our friend Macaulay Minton, the Amberana finish rye.
You can see right there that those were the awards right there. There was a smaller barrel head and a larger barrel head, and I think if I go back, that gives you a better. You can see right there the runner-up and the silver next to each other. So that's what it is. All right, keep going.
All right. The best single barrel went to Silverback Christine Riggleman for Reserve Batch 7A. And then here we go, our buddy Amin, Old Louisville Straight Bourbon 9-year single barrel, won the silver award for best single barrel. And the best cast strength, our buddy Macaulay Minton comes in again with the Dark Arts White Port Finish single barrel for the gold award. And then Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Batch A 123 came in with their silver award for the best cast strength.
Don't you find it unique that they entered A 123 instead of C9? It was C923, right?
C923,
that was the one everybody went nuts on.
Yeah.
How long ago did they have to enter this though?
I'm pretty sure they had to have them entered by like September or October.
Yeah, so they may not have been. They might have been right on the cusp of releasing the C batch, but
yeah.
I was thinking, what the hell's wrong with those people's palates? Because A123 was the
they probably weren't able to release the C923 before they had to have these entered into the contest.
I will say this though, like if you drink C923, and we all said it was peppery, it's a little hotter, So A was probably a more palatable batch, so they probably figured entering a contest it might prove better across a group of people.
Walker was he was saying that it was sweeter, so there you go.
Probably.
There you go. All right, and for best further finished, the gold award went to Rye 3 Cigar Series, and the silver award went to Yellowstone Kentucky Toasted Barrel Bourbon.
And that was there. They were tasting.
I've got that.
Yep.
Awesome. The Toasted Barrel, they've released that in Ohio, that Yellowstone, and it's good.
Yeah. All right, the best American rye. Here we go. Macaulay Minton hitting it out of the park again with the gold award. Dark Arts Rye, Amburana finish, single barrel. And the silver award went to Still Austin Straight Rye. And then the best American whiskey went to Still Austin Cask Strength. And the silver award, Macaulay Minton. Wow, hitting another home run with the silver award, Dark Arts Barely Legal Bourbon. And wrapping it up, the best Canadian fit whiskey, they actually swept the field with their Crown Royal XO for gold, and silver award came in the Crown Royal Black because they were the only Canadian whiskeys entered into the contest this year.
You mean, are you telling me that Traveler didn't enter into that?
Nope. Crown Royal was the only Canadian whiskeys that were entered into the contest this year.
I wonder if Buffalo Trace entered that, if that would maybe just go ahead and relieve a lot of thoughts and things that people have.
Buffalo Trace isn't into doing that.
Shout out and congratulations.
That's who I wanted to say. CT. Freddie Johnson was down there. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I talked to him. I talked to Freddie so much. My name is what does he call me? Come on. He says it. Daddy-o.
He calls me all my posts.
He calls me he calls me Big Daddy. He's like, hey, Big Daddy. He says it to me all the time. That's what he calls me. But we rode up in the elevator and he had a bottle of Old Forester single barrel in his hand, and it was just blowing my mind. But we got to the point where we were just talking. He wasn't giving me a spiel, and I wasn't giving him. I wasn't fanboying him anymore, and we just know each other. And he got on one of our videos when we were interviewing. He just came walking over and got on. And so we got him on, so that'll be coming soon. So Freddie Johnson was there, and really accessible. That was one thing that I have to say between Freddie Johnson and Michael Veach. I kind of fulfilled fanboy fantasy kind of thing. You know, like I said, Freddie will be at the Kentucky Bourbon Festival, but his accessibility is your way. You talk to him, and then the next person talks to him. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh. Christy and Mark Carter from Old Carter. Yeah. I mean, my God, we're just like, how are we forgetting this? I mean, they were, Mark gave us, he had a talk, and in the, he was a ultimate VIP session for the, whatever, the seminars. Seminars. And then, Christy, on the last night, she was walking around with 15 bourbon in a bottle of 15 in her thing, and just pouring it all over the place. And my God, is that fantastic? Along with, what number batch was the corn batch, which was 99 corn, 1% barley? They had one of the Old Carters. I think it was it 14? No, it might have been 15. Because we got to taste that in that tasting. Yeah. Although you tasted it all and sat down and were part of the tasting and got it. And then the guy came in and got me yelled at. Yeah. Anyways.
No, hey, we can talk about that guy, but that's the one that ruined Martin Duffy's.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about him anymore.
And Maggie Kimbrell's, but we won't mention their names. But anyway, let's wrap up these winners. Congratulations.
No, you didn't do best of show.
Yes, we did.
When?
I did all. I printed out the whole page. This is
say the best of show. Who won best of show? It was
Best in Fest.
Silverback won first, and Old Louisville took second. You didn't say that at the end.
Yeah, I started off
with it.
Oh, you started off with Best in Fest.
Look, it's at the top of the page.
I see.
Where were you?
But that's not what you do. Where were you? You lead up to the Best in Fest. That's what you let everybody. Never mind.
Oh my gosh. Well, you're absolutely right.
All right,
because
so
that's
what
the
are
way
we-
they give the awards. They started with the Canadian whiskey and worked their way back to the best and best. But I
could
actually
care less.
went down the
Yeah,
list.
yeah. All right.
But anyway, congratulations to all the winners, and also thanks to all the entries that were put in there by everybody. There's always next year. Just keep working at it and submit your entries in time next year and go after those awards.
And then what are we gonna pour? What did you have, CT? One of these bottles I'm putting up, and I think I'm gonna put up this Chickacock Double Oaks cast strength. I really want to taste it, but I've never put up one of the. I've opened them all, and I think that might be one to put up. Wouldn't you think?
I'm opening,
Or would
I'm
a
opening
single
up
barrel-
my dark arts cast strength because I've already had a little pour of it.
I have not had a pour.
You need to have a pour of it.
Yeah.
You're never going to get that wax. You need a knife for that.
Where is it?
Oh, you haven't opened it yet?
No.
You need a knife.
It takes a knife.
Yeah, you got to cut through it with a knife.
It's not like the Booker's that has that nice pull tab on it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
that's what I went over there before the show and cut it through it with a knife.
What about a spoon?
Good luck.
Yeah, if you heat it up with fire.
Oh, that's a good. No, that would be a way to do it, right?
You can melt through it.
I will. I can do. I think it's right here. Let's melt it.
No, I meant the spoon and then poke through it.
I mean, heat the spoon up?
Yeah.
Just take a knife and go around it.
Go find a knife. You ain't got a knife?
Well, that works.
You got to take it and just set it down the edge and just.
Ow! That actually, the warmth of it worked. Well, let's heat this up and see if that works. I'll heat the buffalo up. Look at that. I'm using intelligence right there, right?
Yeah, you're lighting 120 proof alcohol with a lighter.
What?
That's a bomb waiting to happen. We're fixing to see some Al Qaeda shit happen right here, aren't we?
I don't know what happened. It just caught on fire all of a sudden.
It exploded like a car bomb.
Well, now that I got it started, I can get it. It's coming.
And 30 minutes later. Thanks everybody for watching the podcast.
Shut the hell up, you bastard.
Hey, it's a good thing we know a fire marshal. Let me show you something.
Fire Marshal Bill. You should never strike a lighter in 111 proof alcohol all at the same time.
That's literally what Nash does for a job, so we're all aware.
No.
He goes around doing safety inspections for kids.
Oh my gosh. The Fire Marshal Bill skits. I used to
What the hell does he do? Why does he do this? Huh?
Well, I don't know, but the downtime for you today on this podcast is something.
All right, I'm getting it. It's coming. It's coming.
I think you should strike the lighter again. Add some flame to the fuel.
But why? Why, Macaulay? I mean, come on, give me a way. You can't even get it off the top because it's so thin on the top. I mean, use the fruit striker.
You can't do that till you go all the way around.
Is there an actual thing that will just?
No, there's not a tab. That's what we try to tell you.
I mean,
you got to cut through it. This isn't full tab wax.
I'm actually getting to the.
You got about a quarter inch of it.
I drank my pour already.
Oh, you saw it.
Yeah, I
this?
can't have a third pour of it for yours.
Oh my God.
Hey, cheers, CT.
Hold on, let me send my smacking my face emoji. Cheers, Nash.
Cheers, brother.
This
Oh,
wonderful
look at the legs on that.
Dark Arts. Mine has, I get a raisin prune is pretty strong, and then like brown sugar.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, I get the dates.
Yeah.
A real dark, sweet date. And the brown sugar comes through good.
The good thing is we can enjoy ours. Jeff's gonna cut his finger off before he gets to enjoy it.
I'm getting it. If I used a knife, I would cut my. Now you're making me go someplace and get a knife.
Are we making you go to a dark area?
Yeah.
Oh.
Dark arts. A dark arts, dark area.
Oh my.
Walker's like, that will work with steady pressure.
Yeah, that's what he's
we're giving him steady pressure, Walker.
He's gonna need steady pressure with a bandage here in a minute.
Yeah.
You know what?
Just remember to cut away from the skin.
Yes. Don't just push. You want to put the knife down between where the cork would be at the base, and it just kind of splits.
Oh, I opened it. There it is.
There you go.
You did not. That's not the bottle.
You got to drink the same thing as us. He couldn't find a knife.
He went to the.
I couldn't. It's upstairs. You're gonna make me go upstairs?
No, just
no.
Drink the other one. This podcast, we got to be done.
Yeah, we're losing viewers.
We don't need it. We're gaining viewers. I've explained this to y'all, but we should be on all night one time. That would be an awesome podcast to do an all night live. We go from midnight to 6 a.m.
Okay.
What do you think?
Right.
What?
Oh, we've already gave our tasting notes about 10 minutes ago.
I'm not going to be able to give tasting notes. It's like, I think that's not even fair. I think this is bullshit. It was like, this whole podcast was bullshit from the start. I mean, this is like right on the whole. I mean, why? It should just peel off. What do you do? Make iron wax? Damn it. It's like, it won't peel off the top because it's so thin. But then I've got 3/4 off.
You can do it.
I mean, it should just break off at one point.
It's going to break off, all right.
I mean, what the hell? It's like iron wax.
You're going to break a nail.
I broke all my nails already. There's going to be blood on this goddamn cork. I mean, it's starting to pull.
Oh, yeah. 10 minutes later.
Didn't he say that about 10 minutes ago?
Exactly.
It's starting. I think I'm getting it.
Wait till Macaulay watches this. He's going to watch it later and he's going to be like, Jesus, dude. He goes,
Yeah.
So this should be able to get right in between the cork and the thing and then break it?
Yep. If you get it right at the. Yep. Wait a minute. What are you using?
A Buffalo Trace buffalo spoon with the buffalo on top?
Stir spoon.
Would you like to see?
It's okay. I take your word.
Use the buffalo leg to hook it in there and pull it around where you started it.
Hey, would you go ask Roxy if she could open it for you?
She could probably take her thumbnail and just split it around through there.
She has less nails than me.
Yeah. Walker, you know and I know what we're getting in for Christmas. You get him the knife, I'll get a box of Band-Aids.
Oh my gosh. This is hilarious.
I mean, it should just pop the fuck off at this point.
I don't even see where you got it started 1/4 of an inch. Oh, now,
No.
he just went to the dentist and now he's going to break a tooth.
Oh, this is a new one. Opening it.
I choked on it.
Cheers, Michael. Michael James Hyatt's watching.
I hope he's watching me open a dark arts with my teeth.
Yeah, Michael, we apologize.
Yeah.
This is not typical behavior, but
It might be for maybe not for you, but it is for me. I mean, there is a lip right here that is like that won't come off. I've never seen anything like this. I mean, I've opened the other dark arts before.
Sandy's watching. Why don't you go back to the way you were doing it so you can show Sandy how good you are at trying to get wax
Sandy.
off a bottle.
There is actually blood. I've got blood now. It's ripped a nail from the thing.
We knew we were going to see blood before it was open.
And for you that are for those of you watching that haven't been watching, we are going on our 13th minute of Jeff trying to open a bottle of bourbon.
Yep.
Not a bottle of bourbon. It's the dark arts.
It's the dark arts. One of the winners of the New Orleans Bourbon Festival, the 9-year single barrel winner.
I used to have an X-Acto knife. I wonder if I got it.
Me and CT's had ours open and been pleasantly enjoying our pour of it.
Do you think
mine was gone 7 minutes ago?
Yeah.
Do you think the bunny ears will work better?
If you break the bunny ears on that,
now he's gonna use a rabbit hole spoon.
No,
the bunny ears on a rabbit hole spoon.
Special.
I mean, this is just
Walker's saying, Tiny, just walk upstairs.
You guys, you do realize if I use an actual knife, and I'm gonna, there's
probably gonna be blood.
To the hospital.
Hey, didn't they make a show, There Will Be Blood?
I'm telling you, Roxy could get it open way faster than him.
That's what we suggested, that he just take the bottle upstairs to Roxy.
Yeah.
And there would be no blood or accidents.
But that was a great pour.
All right, I got a knife.
Where's your phone located at?
Why?
Hold on, before you start that, can you get it on the phone and dial 911 to where all you got to do is hit one button?
All right, let's start here.
You got a butter knife.
No, it's a steak knife.
Look, and he's got his hand right below the edge of the blade.
It pretty much looks like a butter knife.
Yep. That's almost like a butter knife.
That's a butter knife.
No,
it
it's
looks
a
like
steak
a butter
knife.
knife to me.
You guys.
A steak knife's got a serrated edge on it and with a point.
Yeah.
What is this? That's a serrated edge with a freaking point.
Okay. Yeah, be careful with that.
Now he tells me to be careful. There, it popped it up.
Oh
yeah. If that you do know what's happening right now, right? The damn cork is breaking in the bottle.
Oh, you cut too far.
I didn't cut
the wax.
I'm gonna shove you guys. You told me to do it this way.
Sandy, we sure do miss you, and we sure do need to get down to Bardstown and see you.
And Luca said that he would like
There
you
it
to
is.
hurry up and get this done, Jeff, because he wants to go to bed. So he's driving me nuts.
I got it.
All right.
Jeff,
Have you got an empty
bottle.
glass to enjoy it in?
Mm-hmm. It's empty now. Let's make sure. Are we? Yep. Here we go. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Just so you know, it's not a taste. It's going to be a pour. So
You've earned it, baby.
Yes, you have. In a New Orleans Bourbon Festival, Glencairn.
Yep.
I think that was a cigarette slogan back in the day.
It says New Orleans 24. Oh.
Hey, thanks for getting me one, by the way.
Hey, I did get you one. I sent it back with Jeff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what
happened.
happened.
Is that the one he opened? Oh my gosh.
Just so you know, CT, we did fly down there and I had to empty 3.5 pounds out of my suitcase. Anyways, I mean, that was not fun.
You know, I know all about having, things that it's tough to take things, like Booker's 1980 Booker's and a Glencairn in your cup holder across 2 states. But, sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Well, I do know that you did that and I appreciated it. But at the same time, I didn't bring back the bottle of Toasted and my suitcase still was 3.5 pounds over.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. My suitcase was 14 pounds over. And the first thing she asked, did you bring another bag so you can just pull some out and put it in the carry-on? I was like, no, I'm just going to have to just pay you that $100. I said, let's just rock and roll. I've been up half the night. I'm ready to get on this plane.
I think if Carl was on the podcast tonight, he would say that there was one thing you could have taken out of that bag that would have lightened it by 3 pounds.
What's that?
The special jeans.
How'd you know I had those?
Wait, you don't leave home without them.
He wore them the second day we were there. Matter of fact, we're standing in the lobby interviewing all the judges. And that's where we set up podcasts. We just stood it on a tripod there and did it right downstairs in the lobby because that's where they had the judging room. And so they would come out of the judging room and we had it set up in front of the lobby bar and all, and sort of like the lounging area out there, right in the middle of the lobby. And they'd come out. I'd grab them as they were coming out the door, finishing up their lunch in between sessions, and bring them right over and stood right there and did the interviews with them. And so, yeah, he had those jeans on the whole time. And the camera was backed up enough to see him. So every interview has got those special jeans in there.
Well, and then Walker's like, I packed only 3 bottles, but he brought 16 samples for me. So he packed 3 bottles, but he filled my suitcase, me and Roxy's suitcase up with not complaining. But we got a special bottle from Pinhook.
Yep.
We got a sample bottle that they gave out, and then we got a special bottle of Hidden Barn, which I'll give you some from Royce that he gave us. And then I got a Maker's Mark, and I mean, it was insane. I just have so many samples from Walker. It was crazy. Yep. Walker has a special way of packaging, but it still weighs 5 pounds.
Yeah.
And then you got to remember, we got glassware. One of the things I wanted is each night you got a mini Glencairn and you got the mini Glencairn holder CT. So they gave you these and the holders too, so that you could walk around with the little breakaway, fill it up, put it back on, that type of thing. And then the Four Roses glasses from the Four Rose dinner. The Jack Rose was clearing those babies off, and we asked. Martin asked Super Nash asked Jill if we could take one, and she's like, "We paid for them. You can have one."
Yeah.
Wow. So,
actually, she had told the one of the waitresses to go grab a box and then turn around and said, "How many do you want?" I said, I'll take a couple. So she just and grabbed a box of cleans. Here, we just washed these up. And so they were all nice and clean. So I got 2 of them.
Nice.
Roxy got one, I got one, and then we got the 2 whatever, and then the one cool one that I'm really happy about that I got an Old Carter, Glenn.
Yeah, I got an Old Carter. I got one from Barrel Proof. I got 2 from the.
You stole the Barrel Proof one?
No, I thought Sean Joseph gave it to me.
Oh, okay. And then I got a Dark Arts one from Macaulay. I should be drinking Dark Arts out of it right now, but that Old Carter is just going to just assure that we're going to do a bunch of Old Carter podcasts so I could drink it out of my Old Carter Glencairn. So we'll do that. So while we were gone, CT, we'll just finish up. What were you doing? Just trying to
let's see. I got sick the day before. Well, just about the time you guys left, I got feeling like crap and got a sinus infection. It's still giving me a little bit of fit, but not bad. But no, I mean, just normal stuff going around, getting some old Louisville, some Bookers, some of the stuff that's been released. You know, the state, we've got some new picks coming out this week. I think we've got a couple of Jack Daniels barrel picks. We've got, what was the other one?
Knob Creek.
Yep.
Sandy.
So we've got Knob Creek stuff coming out. So that's all new this week. So just kind of keeping up on that. And, you know, it would have been nice to go, but I've had a lot going on. So it was just.
Well, but even think about how shitty that would have been in actuality. Let's say you did that. You would have been sick. So it's almost like you had a premonition of, I better not, because that would have honestly, seriously, I think that would have sucked.
Yeah.
Being in a hotel, feeling like shit while you're running around with everybody.
Yep.
And then you would have been just like the guy in Florida, just spreading it around.
Spreading it around.
Right.
So I think that worked out good, but I think you really should set your sights. They do pre-sales all throughout the year as far as but we are as a core group invited back down. So I think it'll be Roxy wasn't sure if she'd go again. She said she'd let me go, but New Orleans isn't really her thing. So, that's where we're at.
I can tell you this, I'm driving down because I'm not being restricted on what I can and can't bring back.
No. Okay. Yeah. What? Wait. No. I would seriously put it this way. I didn't feel that bringing back what I brought back, I was happy with. It's not Kentucky Bourbon Festival. Okay. The barrel picks are there, but you get to taste all the barrel picks, and they're barrel picks. It's just, that's what they are. You pick and choose which ones you want, the couple you want, and you come back. But at no means was I trying to buy. Did they do a barrel pick with the Spirit of French Lick? Was that the bottle? Was there a Maddie Gladden barrel pick? I don't think there was. Was there?
No, there wasn't.
Right. So there wasn't a French Lick, and quite honest, the Four Roses sold out. That barrel pick sold out. That was sold out before you got to like the end of the first day.
Yeah.
So, but then the Chicken Cock, that one I wanted because it was the main pick, and Greg signed them all. And then the Dark Arts just made sense because Macaulay just was killing it. He killed it there. Mm-hmm. His session, he killed it. He went into such detail about how he does everything. And I mean, I recorded the session, so that's pretty good. But, and then the people liked what he had.
Yeah, something we never did mention about this, the grand tasting, was that all these winners were picked by 50 individuals that paid to be an ultimate VIP, and they're just regular bourbon enthusiasts, aficionados, and just regular people that enjoy drinking and tasting bourbon and going to festivals. Some of them, it was their very first time. And then some of them, like Tracy said, that they've been judging and being an ultimate VIP since day one of 2017, because they really enjoyed the experience since they've been able to do it. But so you get a mixture of people, but nobody was like a professional taster, in the group. And they all collectively, came to a decision on all, the winners of these entries. So that was a pretty cool thing that I thought about how they did it too.
So, just real quick, because anybody who's still on is a fan. Bishop just commented on the upcoming pick, which is 60% corn, 13 oats, 17 rye, and 10% honey malt, double pot still, number 2 char, medium toast barrel, yeast from an old lagering, lagering cave under Earthbound Brewing in St. Louis, and 2 French oak staves put into the barrel for 3 months. It's fantastic. Anyways, all right, everybody.
All right.
We'll wait. We'll just wait till CT gets back before this. What did you get on these notes of this dark arts? That's pretty damn good.
I got dark sweet dates and brown sugar. CT.
What's that?
He got what'd you get? Raisins that you said, and
Yeah, I felt like mine was raisin, some dark prune, and a little bit of brown sugar, and then it follows up. The smell afterwards on the glass is I get a little bit of a cocoa smell to it.
So you have is yours a 10-year too?
9.5.
And we went through the proof already.
Yeah, yours is 113.8 and ours is 111.8.
Ours is 111.
Yeah.
Mine's called Liquid Gold, the Ron Jeremy pick.
Yeah.
There
you go. That was pretty. That one's pretty good at 111.8. Both the other barrel picks are at 104.2 and 104.9. So,
Jeff, do you got chocolate on the finish?
Me?
Yeah.
Dark chocolate and hazelnut.
Yeah. Mine definitely has a nice cocoa chocolatey, like almost the smell of a raisinette. That little candy that's the raisins with chocolate covered raisins.
Mm-hmm. This time got some kind of candy. I can't remember quite what it is on the finish.
Good.
Almost like that ribbon candy.
Walker was just defending himself on Facebook about the little 3-ounce samples that I had. Yep. Yeah. He's like saying I probably could have fit another bottle of dark arts.
Yeah, I have a travel bag from Aged in Ore that has 4 3-ounce sample bottles that you can do that with.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I did it. I only brought back 2 bottles. That was it. So I was very proud of the Spirit of French Lick for their iconoclast, what they put in, and that they won gold. I mean, that was awesome.
Yeah.
They knew they were going to win something, but it still came down to those 50 judges. You heard a lot of different stuff from those judges. CT, some were saying they've been doing this for a while, and in the past, you would taste everything. This time they had it divided up to 18 per table. And so people weren't good.
Walker. No, that was a public service announcement.
He's such.
Just sit for CT.
That's the funniest fucking thing that Walker has said. So, and I've been hanging out with him when he says some funny things, but that's pretty damn funny.
Yeah.
Anyways, what I completely just the single barrel picks, it's not the same. And the whiskey available is not the same as Kentucky Bourbon Festival. Yeah. Kentucky Bourbon Festival has that down. It's there, but the strength of this festival is the 2 nights and the booths and who's down there by. I felt that the hotel itself, just staying at that hotel, and who you hung out with everybody as not as who they were, but as people, and people having fun drinking.
The only bottles available, unless you go out to, bourbon hunting around the liquor stores, are the single barrels that for the festival pick. It's not like the distilleries bring, all their special stuff and releases and things like that. But it's just only like this time they had like 14 single barrel, I believe, picks this time. Is that right, Jeff? About 14?
Yeah, I think it might have been 18, but of them, the one thing I gotta say is that Heaven Hill brought 20-year and I gotta throw out
they
whiskey.
20-year for tasting.
He got in. You guys got in early and got that 20-year.
Yeah,
he drank his. He went back around and got a second pour. Yeah, you got. Yeah, so in other words, one bottle of 20-year, and you went and hogged 2. At least whiskey got the second one and waited for me to get there and poured it into my Glencairn, and I got to drink the second one. Now I see how you are.
I was going to, and I looked for you, but then finally I had to drink it because somebody was offering me another pour of a special bottle, and that's why I had to drink yours.
Yeah, you don't want to let that go to waste.
Hey, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I didn't want to dump it to the side and okay, go ahead and pour me this. So I was so I quickly
once again
on it and enjoyed
it.
Hey,
CT, he's not you driving the Bookers all the way across 2 states. He's not. Anyways, yeah, whiskey got me that pour. I was not expecting it. It was nice to get it. He's like, he comes up.
I did do this. I did bring you the Heaven Hill 17-year and the William Heaven Hill 17-year.
Yes, I got that. You did that right.
I did get those from the Connor Driscoll tasting, and I got those especially for you and brought them to you.
Yeah, so, and they were spectacular too.
Yeah, see there.
So you let Carl
on the 20-year, but he forgets all about those 2 samples that I brought out of there.
But seriously, Heaven Hill had some stuff that I didn't even barely know existed, and they were serving it up there.
Yeah.
I hope that what they did there, they transfer to, they transfer it to what?
Listen to them. I wouldn't dime you out like that. Boy, he's just hitting on all of us tonight.
He's freaking fire. Anyways, yep. All right. So,
all right.
I think it's time to go. You probably let the dog out twice already. Hey,
at least.
He says at least. All right, everybody. Let's get this rolling. I just gotta get this.
All right, I want to run through a quick shout out to Nick Lewis of Bardstown Bourbon Company, Green River. Vice President of Sales Division. Remember him?
Yeah, of course. He was he became our friend.
Absolutely.
Nick, have you met Nick? He's the guy from Bardstown he's got the accent.
Taller
Yeah.
guy?
Yeah.
What?
Is he a taller guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, no, he's kind of exactly your kind of build, but he's British. It's like the British CT.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the British
Very
you.
cool. Yeah, he talked to us for a little while and all that, and I met him a couple different times after that. So quick shout out to him. Also, like to give a quick shout out to Colin Spolman of Kings County Distillery. Really cool guy, and want to go. He's a co-founder and master distiller there at Kings County Distillery. We need to catch up with him sometime. Also, Jeremy Shell of oh my gosh, here we go.
Did you drop it?
Yep. Anyway, of the bourbon ambassador and of the the Bourbon Show and the Bourbon Daily. Also, we also met with the Jonathan Mazzano of owner and president of K.LUKE Whiskey Company. Remember him?
Yeah. Actually, he came up to me at the bar that night, gave me his card, and says he wants on the podcast. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah. So
I
definitely want to use him on there sometime.
And then shout out to Tracy and Barb.
Yep.
Napolitano.
Christian Wilhoff. He is the barrel program manager for Still Austin Whiskey Company. Very cool. He put on a great seminar. He did the single barrel pick for the ultimate VIP people there, and that was cool. Carrie Ann Fuller of the Straight Up 615, and also from Michter's Distillery, one of our favorite places. Dan McKee told her all about us. Lily Pearson, she's the marketing director at Michter's Distillery. Talked with her for a little while, and she said that Dan McKee had told her, and Andrea Wilson had told her all about the Scotchy Bourbon Boys, and look out for us and keep an eye on us.
look out for you and learn how to sit in a chair is probably what he told her.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks for bringing that up.
So, got to talk to Connor O'Driscoll and Bernie Lubbers. Both of them fantastic. They're going to be on an upcoming podcast soon. That was really cool. And then Dixon Dedman, not there of 2XO, but I've scheduled him for a podcast coming up. And also New Riff, new master distiller is also going to. I mean, I had one pour. And what's this? What is this?
Got one more person, and that's Lauren Patz. She's the master blender for Redwood Empire whiskeys, and big shout out to her, and
big fan of hers. She's doing some great stuff.
Absolutely. Yes. And I talked with her for a good while, and she let me taste quite a few of her products, and
that's a brand I'm always trying to find, and I don't have enough of it.
Yeah, and I told her, some? Like I say, we'd be in touch with her, and definitely get her on sometime, and love to talk with her and get her on the podcast. And she said,
"What'd you say, Jeff?"
I said, "Do you have some?"
I have 4 different Redwood Empire bottles.
Oh, because I've never tasted it.
Oh yeah, I am a
and last but not least,
I thought that was the last
shout
one.
Out to Candace Frosch, Old Soul Distillery.
Oh, where's my Old Soul bottle?
You got some Old Soul down there?
Oh,
what the hell?
Candace is doing some great stuff down there at Old Soul, and I talked with her, and like I say, we'd get in touch with them down there at Cathead Distillery is the name of it. And but
the
they
state
put
of
out
Ohio did this pick just recently with Old Soul. This is a single barrel that they brought in.
All right, the name of the distillery is Cathead Distillery, but they put out Old Soul. And like I said, talked with Candace Frosch for a little while.
Did you get that on video?
Very nice. No, I didn't.
Okay.
But I got a card, so that proves that, not anybody.
I did not believe you. I just wanted to know if I was going to be able to put that up.
Oh, okay.
Not a problem.
Okay.
So CT, we're counting on you to come down next year because we missed you.
Yes, we did.
Well, there's no doubt that when you're with us, you bring a certain aspect and excitement that we were missing. I mean,
thanks. I appreciate that.
You do, and
but I missed you guys too.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're just saying it because it's true.
What's really cool about the group being, even having Carl down there, whiskey, myself, Nash, but also when you're with us, we're really starting to expand what we can do. So coverage was much better because we're getting better at the coverage. Actually, my cousin and his wife were down there, and I got even coverage from them because I asked for it. A little bit of, we're going to have more PR going on, and there's tons of people wanting to sponsor us. Every day I'm getting people interested in doing something. So, plus, the people in the industry know who we are. I mean, just like Nick from Bardstown Bourbon Company, he came right up and was like, let's go. Let's go around and let's party a little bit and, walk around with him. So everybody's getting to know us more, and we're getting more into the culture. Not that we were out of it, but the more we get into the culture, the more we have the ability to cover what we want to bring to everybody. And I just want to say, we are 7 now. It'll be 6 after tonight days away before I will have to even to qualify, where this run started almost 24 days ago.
Cheers, Adam. Glad you tuned in this evening.
We just need about 200,000 more views on YouTube, and we're going to be monetized on the premier monetization level. So I've been pushing the hell out of that. It's amazing how fun it is to fakely irritate people on YouTube. But when you come back, when someone's snarky and you bring back the same amount of snarkiness, people, not only do the people who were snarky come back at you, but there's other people who somehow think that they know how to do YouTube, and they tell you that you're doing it wrong. But until I started coming back at the snarky people, I was never close to this. So I learned a lot over the last 3 months, and we're going to be, once we get monetized for YouTube, there's a little bit of money from YouTube, a little bit of money from Facebook, and then you throw in the sponsors, and we seem to be getting closer and closer to being on our way. And
I'll try to watch 34 times on my 17 aliases tomorrow.
Yeah, and wait till you get my bill.
There you go.
You're gonna need more than YouTube. Let me just tell you.
I'm just gonna tell you. I'm just gonna tell you, CT. I was gonna say something really nice about you. Not now.
Did you see what Adam said on Facebook? He said CT was in Kentucky making some 4-grain, and that's because I told him when I was at Old Louisville that Amin had just got his new still in, so I was taking some pictures and video, and I asked him if I could help put it together, and he goes, hell yeah, let's put it together. And I'm like, all right, what are we making? And he goes, what do you want to make? And I go, let's make some 4-grain.
Hell yeah. Awesome.
So Amin got a still?
Oh yeah. He's got
Oh,
a pot still with a small column.
That's not good.
Awesome.
Dude, his pot still is sweet too. At the belly of it says Old Louisville right in the glass. It's freaking awesome.
Is it Vendome?
Yeah. That's cool.
Don't know, and I'm not going to answer that in case that matters, but I don't know exactly.
Okay.
Can I say I plead the fifth because I don't know. But it's freaking sweet.
I'm just gonna tell you, Amin not only did he win runner-up for best in show, okay, and walk away with the best single, with a gold for single barrel, but he, in my opinion, enjoyed the show the most.
Yeah,
he had the most fun of anybody at the New Orleans Bourbon Festival. I had fun. Nash had fun. We had fun. But Amin took it to another level. That guy, him and Macaulay were both really close. But Amin knew what he was doing. He was just going to feel bad the next day. Macaulay was going to float for another couple days on what the hell he was doing. So either way, they both kicked ass. They both had fun. It was close. So I would have given Amin the gold, and I would give the silver to Macaulay as far as the people who enjoyed that festival by far the most. So okay, and do you think that's it? I mean, nice 1 hour 57-minute podcast. We got to get those in every once in a while, and everybody, consistently on Facebook, people were
we had a lot to cover. I mean, it was just so much fun, and I don't know what else we could say about it. And I mean, you can't sit there and say the bourbon boom is over, because after going to there is one more shout out that I'd like to give, because I got to meet Maggie Kimbrell. I was able to cover Maggie Kimbrell's bourbon and cigar pairing 101. And I got to meet Maggie Kimbrell and actually have a cigar with her and drink bourbon with her. And one of the coolest ladies.
I think CT, we need to get a hold of Maggie.
Yeah.
And just have her do a cigar pairing with us.
Yeah.
We just, because she would.
Do a podcast with her and just do it like we do this, but do it on a nice night when we can all sit outside and do
we'll do a podcast where we go down, meet her, and we all together smoke a cigar.
Louisville.
I mean, Maggie writes for whiskey. They did the interviews for the Kentucky Bourbon Festival. Maggie, I think she writes for
American Whiskey Magazine.
American Whiskey Magazine.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, she's right out of Louisville.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we can really kill going down to Louisville. Yeah.
And I
think so.
Nash,
I think that has to be my most favorite and memorable moment of the festival, was being able to set in at that event and being able to sit down and smoke a cigar with her and talk with her and
Nash goes day one, okay, and it's misting. It was raining on day one, and it's upstairs, so it was underattended. But then it was so awesome that the next day was overbooked by 9.
Yeah.
Veach showed up. Everybody showed up for it, and Barbara.
He was going crazy trying to find another box of cigars to fill it.
Yeah, because as Tracy explained,
the VIPs were able to attend, and they started showing up for it. And so that's how it got overbooked.
Right. And as Tracy said, a box of cigars is $25. So that was where they were cutting it off.
Yeah.
But it had been booked up to 40.
Yeah.
But the first day it was underbooked, and Super Nash, being Super Nash, goes to that one, I forget which one I went to, but I mean, there were so many different ones. But we're gonna have Denny Potter on coming up, and he definitely wants to be on the podcast. I talked to him, so I got to contact him. There's so much coming up, and I would say we are on our way, and this is going to be something
coming on too.
Yeah, I mentioned that having Dixon Demon
from 2XO. I want to say, did you lock it in on May 7th?
It is locked in. And awesome. I said to him that I had the two. We had the
Kiowa blend and the Kiowa blend and what was the other blend?
The Executioner.
No, the Tribute blend, the Kiowa blend, and the Gem of Kentucky.
The gem, the gem. Once again, the gem. Ever since you had that dental work, you can't say the difference between Jim and Jen.
Jim.
You say when you Jim and Gem. When you say Gem, it sounds like Jim.
Jim.
See, CT doesn't that? See, no matter what he says,
Kentucky.
He's telling me the Jim of Kentucky.
All right, the diamond. It's got a diamond on it.
And Kentucky. It's the Gem of Kentucky.
It's a single barrel number 63.
You know what, Nash? What? Sherry is a real gem.
Sherry is a real gem.
So it's a CT. Doesn't it sound like he's saying Jim?
Jim.
Are you going to the gem? Are you going to go work out at the gem?
Are you meeting Jim?
That would be Jim.
It's what you say either way. Anyways.
Jim is my friend. Jim of Kentucky.
All right, we need to end this.
Real Jim.
This needs to end. So I'm going to stop recording as soon as I do the end of this. We're going to let little Steve-O take us out. But remember, everybody, www.scotchybourbonboys.com for all things Scotchy Bourbon Boys. We are on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X. Please listen, like, subscribe, and leave good feedback. And also, we are on all the major podcast formats. Apple, iHeart, and Spotify, plus anything where else you listen. Remember, good bourbon, good whiskey, good friends equals good times. Drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. That's what us responsible adults do. And live your life dangerously. Little Steve-O's going to take us out.
All right.
Okay. What just happened?
Little Steve-O is taking us out.
Yes. Oh, show me the way to the next whiskey bar.
Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. Show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. For if we don't find the next whiskey bar, I tell you we must die. I tell you we must die. I tell you we must die. All right, we're off there. We're still on Facebook and YouTube. But CT.
What?
Wow, that's interesting. Do you like I mean, it's like it's funny how our theme songs like kick total ass, but I think tonight the content was pretty good. So did you enjoy hearing about it? I mean, what?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I felt that like I only get a couple seconds with you during the day, that there's no way that you could go over something like this and tell you about it. And it's not like we want to tell you about it because we were you know what I mean? We were there and you weren't.
We want to share something that was fun, exciting.
Yes, but at the same time, we want you psyched for next year. And I think
it was so much. I
honestly, I'm psyched every day that I get to do something that is enjoyable like this, whether it's a Friday or a weekend. I'm looking forward to Friday going down. Andy and I will be going down for a little bit. We're going to meet up with Barry from RD1 and Brad for a little bit.
Oh, yeah. We didn't even mention Barry.
Yeah.
Barry Bruniger.
Barry was down there.
Yeah, Barry was there. We talked with him a couple of times.
But stuff like that, it's like there's just the ability to go and just enjoy like that in the scale that you guys did it down in New Orleans. I think looking at it, it's got to be a great thing because of the timing. You have that to hold you over until September with KBF, and vice versa. Once it's over, you'll have New Orleans to look forward to. And I really want to go next year. I hope it works out schedule wise, where this year did not, but I value and enjoy all of it,
Oh, I got a secret to tell.
Uh-oh.
We're still live. Can you tell it on Facebook and YouTube, and then it's no longer a secret, or do we got to get off?
It's not really I don't know if I should say this live or not. It's got to do with Few Spirits and K.LUKE. Do you remember what we found out from Paul?
Well, we talked about a couple of special bottles that were coming out.
Yes.
Yeah. I talked with the guy at Few Spirits.
You didn't talk
Evanescence?
No, but I talked with his brand manager there that was in New Orleans, and we were talking about it.
Okay.
2 weeks.
Which band?
It's been bottled.
The Evanescence?
Mm-mm.
Oh, the other one.
The other one. From Chicago that we talked about. Do you remember that one now? So I don't know whether we should say anything because they hadn't said anything.
Ernie, Ario Speedwagon, and
I don't
Cheap
think
Trick.
we should say anything.
No, we'll let them drop that one.
Yeah, because they hadn't.
All right. We're YouTube live. Here we go, because I'm doing that. Or do you have to go, CT, or are you just home alone?
I do have to go because I am freaking wore out, and my dog is.
Yeah, I gotta go because I gotta.
God. So let me hold on. Let me get off YouTube.
Right up.
Stop on YouTube.